have given the basic information about the cell, in which we have studied the basic structure, function of the cell and the cell theory. Basically, when we talk about the cell, it means it is related to the living organisms, and we know that we have plants and animals. Only two organisms are on the earth, those who are having the living properties. So how we can say that cell is present in the living organism? So first we will see the plant, because plant is also having the cells and they are also showing the living property. So plant cell, first we will see plant cell. So in plant cell, if you take any plant parts like leaf, stem, root, that contain the living properties. So if we take the onion, so onion also contain the living property. So we take the onion and we just peels out the leaves from the onion and inner sides of the onion leaves. Suppose you have seen that this is onion. This is onion, and you might have seen in the onion these are the leaves of the onion. And just we peel out the onion leaves and inner sides of the onion leaves. Just we take out the membrane and we put this membrane over the slides. So just we take this one slice and we put the inner membrane from the onion leaves, the membrane on the slides. By cutting with the blade or scissor, we give the rectangular shape or any shape we can give, and we put over the slides. After putting over the slides, we put the 2-3 drops of the water so that it may not dry up. Okay? And after putting the water here, we also put 1 or 2 drops of the safranin solution. Okay? This safranin solution is red in color, and why we put this safranin solution? So that it may show the distinctive parts of the cell, and we can clearly observe the cytoplasm and the nucleus at least. So here we put the safranin, 1 or 2 drops of safranin along with the water, and we put some glycerin over it. Okay? After that we put glycerin over it. It is adhesive. It is transparent. Why we put here glycerin? So that we can see across. This is a transparent liquid. So we put glycerin here, and after putting the glycerin, we put cover slip over it. So what are the materials here? First, that is safranin. Second, glycerin, and after glycerin, from outside we put cover slip. And after putting all these materials, we just shift these slides over the microscope. Okay? Now, if you see the structure of the microscope, then what we find? This is the base of the microscope. Just above the base, this is the magnifying mirror through which light is reflected inside through the condenser, and it goes into the stage where we put slides. The slide that we have prepared there, that slides we put over the stage. And now we just rotate this lens here. Here one lens is there, which is maybe the 10x or 45x. 10x, that is the lower magnifying glass, and 45x, that is the higher magnifying glass. So we rotate this accordingly, and if we have to observe these slides under low magnification, then we rotate it and put over the 10x. And if we want to see the special parts or magnifying part of that cells, then we rotate it again and then we observe it under the 45x. And then this is the tube. This tube is connected with the eyepiece, from where we observe the slides through this tube over it. And then this is the curve adjustment, this is the fine adjustment. Accordingly we just adjust and find the objects here. And after the observing this structure, we find the structure of the onion peels, which is the plant cells. Now look at here, this is the structure of the plant cell that we have seen in the onion. So we can say this is the structure of onion peel cells. Okay, and here if you see the outside of the cells, that is, this is the cell wall, this is the cell wall, and inside the cell wall this is the cytoplasm, and somewhere else you will find this dot structure, black structure, this is the nucleus. So only three things we find here, that is cell wall, cytoplasm and the nucleus. Now question arises, all these cells are similar? Yes, the onion cells are similar, but if we look at the other cells, then we find that the cells are different here. Here this is the transverse section of the leaf. In this transverse section of leaf, just you see, this is the epidermis, the cells are different. This is the palisade tissue, the cells are different. Here again, here this is the pore of stomata, here cells are different. And if you see the structure of stomata, this is the bean shape, the structure is different. So we see, though basic structure of the cells are similar, but it depends on the species to species. It varies species to species. It means shape, size and the function of the organisms differ from species to species. Now we come to again other cell, that is the animal cell. If we look at the animal cell, just we see the animal cell here. In animal cell, what we see? The detail of this experiment, when you will come back, we will show in the lab itself. But here just I am giving you the basic idea of the animal cell. Suppose we are animal, so we can show the animal cell in our body also. Suppose we scrape the inner lining of the cheek inside the mouth, or we also scrape the toothpick from inside of our mouth with the help of the needle or with the help of your finger also, and just you put over the again slides. We take the slides and we just scrape the cells from mouth, inside of the mouth, or from we take the toothpick and we put over the slides. Again we will follow the same materials, same things. Here we put 1 or 2 drops of the water. Again water is given. One thing is different here. In place of the safranin we put here methylene blue. What is the other material? That is methylene blue. This blue in colors, that's why it is given methylene blue. So we put 2-3 drops of the methylene blue here again. Okay, and after putting the methylene blue, color changes, it becomes blue or light blue we can say, because we have put water here also. And after putting this methylene blue, just we again put the glycerine over it. Earlier also we have told you the glycerine is a transparent material, adhesive materials which fixes the cover slip over it. And after fixing the cover slip over it, we can see across, because this is a transparent material. And after putting the glycerine, we again put the cover slip. And earlier we have put here glycerine. Okay, so this is the slides which shows the property of animal cells. And basic structure if you find of the animal cells, then we will find here, this is the chick cells. Inside the chick cells, this is the nucleus. This is the cell membrane. This is the cytoplasm. Again, another cells may be attached here, another cells may be attached here, another cells may be attached here in different shapes. So this is the structure of animal cell, means our body cells. So cell which contains in our body, this is the structure of animal cell or human body cells. Now we come to the again next slides. Here also we will find, sir, again we will find here the shapes are different here. So if here we again see here, this is the nerve cells, this is the longest cells of our body. Why it is longest? Because it connects to the entire body and transfer messages. So this is cells, the longest cell, which is means for the communications, and it is attached with another cells. In this way it forms the network of the cells, so that that the message can be transmitted, message can be transferred. So here you find this is a branch structure, this is a cylindrical structure, here again it is a branch structure. Detail we will see later. This function of the cells, but at present the function of this nerve cells is to communicate the message, to transfer the message from one cell to other cells. So this is the longest cells of the body. Again we come to the ovum. This is oval in shape. This is the sperm, which is different shapes. Why it is different shape? Because it has to move inside the female reproductive system. So here it is the head and this is the tail. This structure is different. Again, if you come to the bone cell, this is the heart in our body. This is the hardest cells in our body, and it has different structure because it helps in the movement of the body. So it has to be solid, and it has to connect with the muscle cells. Again, you find that the blood cell is different. As you know, the blood is of three types: RBC, WBC, and platelets, and all these are contained in the plasma. We come again to the next cell, that is the muscle cell. This is spindle shape, and in the muscle cells this is the nucleus. So we find that in animal cell also we have different shape and size. Again we have find a fat cell, their shape is different. So now we come to the conclusion that plant cells and animal cells, they are differ in shape and size. So this is the all about the basic structure of the plant cell and how we can observe the plant cell and animal cell in the living organism. Now we come to the another topic, that is types of the cells. So on the basis of the types of the cells or number of the cells can be divided into two categories, that is prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells. So number of the cells or type of the cell. The organism can be divided into two categories, that is prokaryotic organism and eukaryotic organism, or the cell which contain in these organism, that is a prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. So first, that is prokaryotic cell, and second, that is eukaryotic cell. Now first we will go through the prokaryotic cells. Pro means primitive or ancient, and karyon means nucleus. So here we can just break it on the basis of the literal meaning. That is, pro means incipient or false. Then karyon means nucleus. Karyon means nucleus. So organism, those who have incipient or false nucleus. Nucleus is there, but that is not true nucleus. So that organism are known as the prokaryotic organisms, and the cell which contains in these organisms, that cell is known as prokaryotic cells. Second, that is the eukaryotic cells. Eu means true, and karyon means again nucleus. So organism which have true nucleus, like we are eukaryotic organism, we have true nucleus. Just we have seen earlier that cell was there, inside the cell nucleus was there. So nucleus is present inside the cell. So we are eukaryotic organism, and the cell which contains in our body, that is a eukaryotic cell. So whatever we observe from our naked eyes, so all multicellular organisms which can be observed with our naked eyes, they are under the eukaryotic organism, or they contain the eukaryotic cells. And all the macroscopics like bacteria, viruses, algae, they comes under the category of prokaryotic cells because they don't have the true nucleus. So they come under the prokaryotic cells. Now we come to the what are the basic difference. First difference that we find here, that is that they have false nucleus, they have true nucleus. What are the other basic differences between these two? other basic differences between prokaryotic and eukaryotic organism, that is here, just you observe here. In prokaryotic cells, just you see, this is the structure of the bacterial cells, or you can say the prokaryotic cells. Here in place of nucleus, nucleoid is there. No true nucleus is there, nucleoid is there. This is a capsule, that is the outer boundary of the cells which protect the cells from outside, and this is the flagellum. The flagellum is for the movement. It helps in the movement of the cells from one cells to other cells, from one organism to other organisms. This is the flagellum, and this is the cell wall, that is known as bacterial cell wall, and inside after cell wall, that is a cell membrane, and only one cell organelles are present. It is very interesting that only one cell organelles are present in the prokaryotic cells. No other cell organelles are present. Only ribosomes are present in the prokaryotic cells. Why ribosomes is present? Because it helps in the synthesis of the protein. So this is essential for their survival, so that they can survive by utilizing the protein. So this is the basic structure of the prokaryotic cells. Now come to the eukaryotic cells. In this eukaryotic cells, this is the, you can say, the basic structure of the plant cells or animal cell, that is the eukaryotic cells. In the eukaryotic cell you find here, this is the outer cell wall if it is a plant cell. This is the cell membrane here. Inside the cell membrane, this is the cytoplasm. Inside the cytoplasm, different organelles are present. These are organelles which you do not find in the prokaryotic cells. Here these are the organelles, maybe the endoplasmic reticulum, maybe the mitochondria. The details of these organelles we will see when we will discuss the function of the organelles. This is the nucleus. This nucleus is not present here. In place of nucleus, nucleoid is here. Okay. So basic differences between prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells, just look at here again. Again we will see in the board. Now here I am writing prokaryotic cell, and here I am writing eukaryotic cell. In prokaryotic cell, what you find? Incipient nucleus. Here we have find true nucleus. Second, just we have seen in this diagram that no membrane bond structure. No membrane bond structure means there is no mitochondria, there is no Golgi body, there is no endoplasmic reticulum. So such type of membrane bond structure is not present in the prokaryotic cells. Here what we find? Here we find the presence of membrane bond structure. Here we find the nucleoid, ribosomes. Here we find nucleus and others, cell organelles. Other difference you can clearly find from the diagram. This is smaller in size. This is larger